Let's jump into the first scene. We're gonna do a set of high key images, and we're gonna be working in this first scene that was photographed inside the hotel room. Now, whenever I'm shooting these types of scenes, I'm basically going for really two kinds of looks, which you guys saw throughout the tutorials, which is this kind of bright color look, and also usually a black and white look. So, let's go ahead and pick out an image. I actually selected a few images that we can work on right here. We're gonna select this one, and I'm gonna give you guys the exercise files to these as well. So whatever ones we work on, we will give to you. Now let's go ahead and just jump in the develop module, and really for these images, it's gonna be very straightforward, very simple. You guys can look and see everything is currently reset out. Let's do this. Let's create a virtual copy of this, and let's actually work on the virtual copy so we have a before and after comparison. So I'm just pressing Control apostrophe or Command apostrophe to do that virtual copy. I'm gonna go ahead and click soft color. And what I'm gonna do is actually add 1 to my exposure and just drop my temperature. Whoops, that's not temperature, that's contrast. Drop my temperature down, and right about here we get to a very nice kind of color high key look. And what you would do is simply adjust your exposure and your contrast to kind of dial in the exact amount of contrast that you might want for this scene. This looks really nice right now. So as simple as that, we have our before and after. And here's the thing that I'm gonna do to this. I like the color version of this image, but honestly, if I were to process this scene, if I were to print this scene, it would be in black and white. And the black and white that I would go for is a glam color, or sorry, glam black and white. So glam, basically what it does is it kind of blows out all the highlights. So if I look at this image, and let's just do this. Let's press J to bring up the highlight alert. If I switch this over to glam color actually, and it says blooming highlights, you'll notice that it starts to blow out all the highlights. That's exactly really what I want. So I'm gonna use that, and we're gonna do glam black and white. And the reason for that is it has this very nice high key look to it. It boosts up the highlights, which are kind of where the skin tones reside, and it gives you a very nice soft look to it. So from here, you'll notice that if I press J, you'll see some of the background elements are not quite blown out. So when this goes to print, I want to make sure that that we have white all the way to the edges. So just grab a brush, and you're going to go to the Dodge Whiten brush, and all I'm going to do is just paint right along these edges. Okay, so it's really as simple as that, and I am done with the image. So there's the before and there's the after, and just a couple simple clicks and you get to a really beautiful final look to the image. Again, adjust contrast and taste, whatever you like. Another look that I like a lot, I think I processed these ones actually with kind of a filmic look. So an Ilford, like a black crush or a lifted matte looks fantastic in this scene. So if you do a lifted matte, just kind of bring down the exposure a little bit, and you have this nice kind of subtle grain with that kind of filmic black and white quality to it. Looks absolutely beautiful when it's printed like a canvas format. So that's the look that we went with on this set. It was either glam color, which I think I showed you guys with the soft color, but you can do glam color or soft color, either way. And then just simply dial in the temperature to taste, or do glam black and white, which is kind of my fave. All right, so here's our final before and after. All you would do is take that same setting and apply it to, well, another image in the scene. So again, this image in the scene, if I were to go with that glam black and white look, I'm gonna select that. I'm gonna brighten up my exposure to get the skin tones nice and bright. Okay, so right about here, and then all I'm gonna do is just adjust contrast up a little bit just to give me a nice little soft look. And that's it. Again, just a few simple clicks. If you find that you're clicking more than that, if you're clicking more than just 2-3 different options to kind of make fine-tuning adjustments, then I'd say you probably are not using the presets correctly, because they really should get you to a final finish point. So if I were to go ahead and just create a virtual copy of this and reset the last one, you can see here is the standard black and white conversion. If I press Control-Shift-R, Command-Shift-R, and then V, that gives me a standard black and white. Here is our glam black and white. So a very nice look, has a beautiful soft feel with great skin tone, looks awesome. That's it for this little video. That's how we process kind of this entire scene with that simple high key look to it. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next tutorial.